Let's say I want to build a small AI research assistant. I wanted to search the web, maintain the context of my research as I explore a topic, and eventually turn that research into something action actually use. This is the kind of workflow we can build with AgentKit. AgentKit provides capabilities like tools, sessions and memory, streaming, and having multiple agent orchestration techniques, and even sandbox execution. But rather than going through all of these individually, let's take a simple use case and see how some of these capabilities come together. For this example, we're going to keep things fairly simple and just use a single agent, right? So we're giving the agent two capabilities. Uh, One is Tavily Search. Tavily Search is a pre-built tool that gives the agent access to web search. And Save Research Article is just a custom tool that we'll use to save the research as an article. We're also giving the agent persistent session so it can maintain the context of a research across interaction. The custom tool itself is just a Python function exposed through the framework's tool interface. In this case, it takes the research that we've gathered and saves it as a Markdown article. Now let's run the agent and see how it works. Let's start by researching research MCP service. Now, the agent determines that it needs external information, so it directly invokes the Tavily search tool and uses those results to formulate its response. Now, I can continue the conversation naturally. I don't have to repeat what we're talking about. I can just ask what are the biggest So we're essentially refining the research conversationally while maintaining the context within the same session, right? I can even go one step further and just ask what. So once I'm happy with what we've found, I can ask the agent to turn the findings into an article, right? So I'll just give turn the findings to an article. This time, the agent determines that it needs a custom capability and it invokes the save article tool. And you can actually see the MD file that it saved. And you can also go ahead to the session directory that you passed to the session manager and see the various messages that was passed within the agent itself and the various tool calls and the tool outputs and so on. So in this small example, we started with a single agent, gave it a pre-built capability for web search, continue the research using session context, and then extended the agent with our own custom tool to produce a real artifact. And that's the idea behind AgentKit. We can start with a simple agent and compose capabilities around it without actually having to build the orchestration layer ourselves. And as the application grows, we can add capabilities like streaming, memory, multi agent workflows, sandbox execution, and so on.